Good morning, everyone. This is the Floyd County Board of Supervisors meeting for December 26th, starting at 9 o'clock. First item on the agenda is to approve the agenda.
Move to approve as presented.
Okay, I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. Number 2 is public comment, and I do have some public comment to make. Is anybody else this morning? Good morning. All right, I do want to mention that we are missing one of our supervisors. This would have been Mark's last day, but he had an opportunity to go on a Christmas vacation to California. So I'm hoping that he's having a good time. With that, though, I felt bad. I really wanted Mark to be here because there was a few things that I just wanted to make a statement on because, again, he's been a Board of Supervisors for quite some time. From what I gather, Mark Hewen served on the Board of Supervisors since he took a term from 92 to 98 and then went to the state legislature. And from that, when he came back, he served again from 2011 to 2018. It's quite a time for him to be here supporting Floyd County. I've always respected Mark's opinion. He brought much knowledge and experience to the Board of Supervisors, and most that will be missed is his experience with state matters. You know, I don't think there's many that have been on the Board of Supervisors that have that level of state experience, and that really was a huge help in several different times in the issues that came in front of us. His knowledge and experience helped create a well-rounded Board of Supervisors and is reflected on how progressive Floyd County is in the state of Iowa. His confidence in my service as a newly elected supervisor was displayed when requesting my acceptance to becoming chair of the board my very first year. And I appreciated him wanting that, but I didn't feel that it was quite appropriate, so I did pass on that. Even though we may not have always agreed, and I know a lot of you have, seen and experienced, but I think that there's nothing wrong with that. That helps to make a very healthy board. He did keep me on my toes and helped me to see the other side of the coin. He helped me to make more well-informed decisions as a member of the Board of Supervisors, keeping in mind what was really best for the citizens of Floyd County. His passion for representing all facets of Floyd County has not gone unnoticed and has helped improve quality of life in our county. So I personally want to thank Mark for all of his years of service, not just here in Floyd County, but also at the state level. So I just wanted to make that statement.
I would concur in offering congratulations and thanks too.
All right, we'll move on to item 3, which is review/action regarding approval of December 10th, 11th, and 17th, 2018 meeting minutes.
And I would move to approve those December 10th, 11th, and 17th, 2018 minutes.
All right, I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. On to item 4, review/action regarding the approval of the claims.
And I would move to approve the claims as presented.
All right, I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. Item 5, updates on various boards, commission activities since our last meeting.
I can start. I was Friday with Central Iowa Juvenile Detention. Pretty interesting meeting. A lot of discussion over the CSS. Many members are also the same as the CSS, and there's some going off and some new ones coming on, and so it was the Central Iowa Juvenile Detention is doing well, and like it always was. So anyway, that was a good time. And then the week before, I had a veterans meeting.
All right, Supervisor Hewen did mention in his email, he participated in a conference call with other members of the North Iowa Vocational Center where they approved the merger of NIVIC with the North Iowa Transition Center. So he did want to mention that. The meetings that I attended, I did come and just listen in on the compensation board meeting that was held on the 18th. Also, I attended an airport board meeting on the 19th. There was some information, and I forgot to bring it today, and I'll share it with all of you, where it's talking about there's a huge shortage right now on pilots in the state of Iowa. And then they talk about just at the national level on what's occurring. And like I said, I'll bring that to our next meeting so I can share that. I attended a security meeting on the 21st where we are so close to finishing the security plan. So I will be scheduling another meeting. I think a lot of it now is just fine tuning. There wasn't, I don't think, any changes on the structure of, what we plan to do. It's more just making sure that we're fine tuning each of the various sections. So we're very close. And then we did have another tour of a facility for movement of the judicial system during our construction period. So that was my meetings. All right, we'll move on to item 6, which is review/action regarding resolution 38-18, consent to assignment of development agreement, tax increment payments. This is in regards to Metas Tires Trelleborg Wheel Systems. You had provided us, Auditor Carr, that information before, and so can you just give us any kind of an update on this, on where we stand?
Yeah, if you recall, originally they wanted to loosen up the requirements for the number of jobs created, and that did not go over with the City of Charles City, and it was your intent also to not change the agreement.
Correct.
And so they have conceded to that and have, with the original document you had 2 sections that have been stricken from the agreement that you have in your packet today.
Okay, that's good. We didn't receive a packet, just so
Yeah.
you know, we never received any
You didn't?
emails. We didn't. Just want to make sure.
let me see.
I wasn't too concerned about this one because I knew,
Oh,
that
no.
we had it in our packet before.
No, let me send it to you.
But I would like to see just what the resolution had.
No, it didn't come to the rest of us either.
Yeah.
Let me just send it to you right now.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, it wasn't just us.
No, it wasn't just you.
There we go. So like you said, the city is already approved
Yes.
there, so they, for the last, okay.
Did you get it now?
I'm still writing.
Well, maybe it's too large of a file.
Have you got yours yet?
No, it's still in my outbox. I wonder if it's just too large of a file.
Well, let's see. If nothing else, see if you can print off a copy of the resolution for us.
Yeah, let me just print the whole packet for you.
And in the meantime, we'll come back to this one, this item.
I'll just, if you hang tight, we'll just print the whole packet for you.
Okay.
Maybe. Do you, would y'all like one, or?
You don't think you're gonna be able to email it?
Well, it's still in my outbox, so it should go. It's only 27 pages.
I was gonna say, is the audit in there that
No.
is causing, that's what I wondered.
That's what I said.
Sometimes electronics.
Something to the printer. Could you watch for it?
I actually should have mentioned something to you sooner, you
Yeah.
know, then
Yeah,
we
I
could
sent
have
it on
been
Friday.
sorry about that. I figured maybe that's what you were trying to get out this morning.
No, I sent it on Friday.
Oh.
I get minutes on Friday.
Yeah.
That's not responding. Close program. Let's try to do it one at a time.
Oh, yeah. And there's a, yeah.
Let me try from that laptop.
Okay. I will. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, thank you very much. Bye.
Paperless.
Well, it has been working up until now. I really like not having this huge packet in front of us.
You're right. but
Until the time that it doesn't go
I hadn't even thought
through.
about it either. I got in the minutes also, but not that.
Was it a large file? It's 27 pages.
Here.
There we go, something happened,
Hey, Gloria, we got it.
Did you get it?
We got it. Here we go.
I
Okay, so
did
now
too.
I'll find the resolution.
They finally got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might get it if you think.
Okay, there it is, resolution 32, or 38-18.
Here we go.
Oh, I think I forgot.
We got this once before,
We
right?
did, but there was a section in there that they were wanting to add.
They had something crossed out.
There's, what you had was added, had an added piece to it. There was in section 4, there was a C and D. And that was in regard to the job creations. That's been removed.
So now section 4 is all resolutions or parts thereof in conflict herewith are hereby repealed. Okay, and there is no other subsections.
Right.
Okay, this looks good. All right, with that, I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve resolution 38-18.
See? Second.
All right, motion made and seconded. Further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passed. Okay, item 7, review/action on appointments to various boards, commissions, and we talked about the zoning board of adjustments. There is the one that I had mentioned the last time, because we do need to keep the zoning gender balanced, and I had talked to Vicki Zerval, and she's willing to move off the board of adjustments over to the planning and zoning. At this time, I have not heard back from anybody on the board of adjustments.
I called one and struck out there, so.
So we're still on hold on that one. Okay, all right. But we can go ahead. Was there any, I think that was the only one that we were gonna take action
You could-
unless we have the
You
board of
could
adjustments.
reappoint Dave Beamer to Board of Adjustments.
Who?
Dave Beamer to Board of, he's been
He
on.
was
yeah.
reappointed.
Yeah, you could reappoint him.
Okay.
And you could move, did you say you were going to move Vicky to the zoning?
Yes.
Correct.
So we still have an opening on the Board of Adjustments.
Yep.
So I would move to reappoint Dave Beamer to the board of, to the zoning commission and appoint Vicky Zobel to the zoning commission.
Okay, so,
Fill to replace Wanda Mott.
yeah. I think you said the Board of Zoning, which would be, Dave Beamer is for the Board of Adjustments. He's
Dave
reappointed for
Beamer
the.
is board of adjustment.
Right. So we're reappointing
Vicky.
him.
Correct.
Okay. And again, let's see, the Board of Adjustments is for a 5-year term,
Both of them are.
and so is the zoning. Okay. All right, with that motion, I'll second it. Further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. All right. Item 8, discussion regarding, Item 9, updates on the Law Enforcement Center Courthouse project. Outside of the fact that, again, we're doing the final, I think, walkthrough of an off-site facility, I really don't want to mention right now its location, because we do need to have some discussions, but I think we found a viable site. We did take Scott Hand and Julie went with us, clerk of court, and Deputy Brian Tiedemann joined us, Auditor Carr and myself, so I think it's very viable. So the next step on that will be to work with that location, find out what it officially would cost us to go ahead and be able to use that facility, and then we'll be bringing that back to the board. Updates, then Auditor Carr on the demolition. I know you've sent out some emails on that.
Yeah, so far, Cole Excavating has just removed the services for, or capped the services for water and sewer. Today I see the Mid-America Energy truck is there, so I think they'll be doing the, thank you. I think they'll be doing the gas lines.
Yeah.
And Cole Excavating doesn't intend to come back to start demo until next week.
After the first of the year.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we are still on for the in-house presentations of 3 of the construction management agencies that are going to be coming in front of us as a board. And so I'm looking forward to seeing that. That would, again, as a reminder, is January 7th. So, starting at 11 o'clock. And again, it's going to be one presentation from 11 to basically noon. We'll break for lunch. Another one comes back from 1 to 2, and then there's a 2 to 3, and then after that,
That's on the 7th.
on the 7th.
Okay.
And then after that, we all can just regroup, you know, it'll be a special meeting, you know, for all of us to be there during these presentations, so.
Do we have a regular meeting on the 8th? No. Yes, we do?
Yes,
Okay.
in fact, that's why we wanted the 8th then for us as a board to take action that day
Yeah.
and to award. So, got a lot of things coming up. Outside of that, I think that's my updates on the project.
Okay.
All right. Item 10, note the 2nd Judicial District Department of Correctional Services fiscal year 18 audit.
That is that, I can email to you as well. Oh, look, he's not responding, so I can't email it to you.
Do you know, I mean, was there anything concerning with this at all? I don't know if there's- Have you heard anything at all on this?
Mhm.
Okay.
It was just emailed to, Mark just forwarded an email to me on it.
Okay.
Lately, I've been getting emails from them as alternate, I guess. I'd never gotten anything before, and I read their email, but nothing was ever mentioned about an audit issue.
I think this is just literally, it's just giving us some updates on different aspects.
You're required to note audits since you are responsible for making sure
Right.
business is conducted as intended. And that's why you have to note all audits.
Right, but again, I just wanted to see if there was anything that was like a summarized statement from the
Usually at
audit.
the end of the audit.
Yeah, and I didn't
That's
see,
a
see anything at
program
all. That
audit,
was-
that's not a financial audit, correct? The
There
program audit?
is,
This is for annual program audit, yeah.
financial statements are in here. Definitely gonna, I'll take a further look at that. That was the one that I had chosen to be on this next year, supporting.
Mhm.
So, okay.
Like I said, all at once, this year I started getting emails from there as an alternate, which I never had before, but I believe this is their program audit, it's not their financial, is it?
Well, but like I said, the financials are in there, so. I'll have to look at it more clearly.
Are you just noting that?
We're just noting it, yep.
But that's not you, Linda, that's Doug.
Was it Doug? I was
Yeah.
thinking that was assigning
Yeah.
for next year.
You're alternate, but Doug is.
Oh, okay, all right. I was thinking we changed that.
It has their financial audit also. That page is 18, or on page 17 starts their
Mhm.
financial statements.
Okay, so again, we're just noting that they are providing the fiscal year 18 audit to us. Any comments, questions? I think it's just, it's good information. Like I say, I want to take a little more time to look through it. All right, if no further comments, we're going to move on to item 11, which is discussion with county engineer regarding secondary road activities. So is Dusty coming, or is he
No,
not?
Actually, Dwayne just came up.
I saw that.
at the meeting and said that Dusty won't be here till this afternoon. If you need any of them, they can come up, but,
He didn't think that there was anything specific then, okay. All right. That will pass on item 11 then, and move on to 12, which is fiscal 20 departmental budget reviews.
yeah, I don't know if you want to start any of that. It's kind of stuff that doesn't have to be on camera.
Outside of that, the other thing that we had, just to make note, is a meeting with Sarah Gordo,
I don't
which
think you
will not
did
start
number-
till 10:15, so I know I talked
I
about.
didn't do number 8, did you?
Oh, no, I did not, sorry about that.
That was my question.
Move on to item 8. We'll go back to that. Discussion regarding appointments of Board of Supervisors to represent the various boards and commissions. So have you made your updates?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this one, the printer blew up these. I got all kinds of these documents.
Is that a set?
Couple. No.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, that's how it is.
Thank you.
Like that. That's 2 sets there. I mean, you could pass those, one of those on.
Oh, is there, their copies? of it?
Okay, so I think what you have is sorted by appointee. Is that correct?
No.
Doesn't start with chair, and then Doug, and then Linda, Roy. Let me see what you have.
2019, okay, chair, yeah, I see, I was looking in the 18.
Okay. And
Got it, and so you, okay, so everything that is typically the chair starts first, and then it goes into everything that Doug signed up for.
and this one looks,
Okay.
here's the other one that's sorted by board. You can have
There's
those
one,
two.
okay.
Okay, that's by board.
Here's the stuff you, Kelly. Thank you. You're welcome.
Mhm.
So the one thing I wanted to just mention is you talked about changing the assessors, or I added the assessors and emergency, you asked me to add emergency management, so I added emergency management commission.
Commission.
Emergency management commission was one that you talked about, not requiring the chair of the board of supervisors to be on that one.
Mhm.
But one of the things that came up, I contacted the assessors board, because those two boards typically meet the same day, one
Mhm.
back up to the other. And Gary was gone, but Brandy said that the assessors conference board is the chair of the board of supervisors.
Mhm.
And so I
By
didn't know-
code,
That's what she said.
yeah.
So I've not looked at the code myself.
Yeah,
So
that's fine.
with that, I don't know if you want to have two different board of supervisors representing those two boards, or if you want to keep it the chair of the board of supervisors. That may be why it was on there, the way it was.
I wondered about that. Is that the Iowa code, or you have to change the bylaws?
All I know is
By the,
what
for the assessor?
Brandy said for the assessor
Yeah.
is by Iowa code. That the chair of the board of supervisors is automatically
And,
chair of the conference.
But if I may, that really comes back to the person who would be filling the spot of the Emergency Management Commission if they were willing to come to that meeting for the Emergency Management Commission, even though they weren't coming for the assessors meeting. It's not the end of the world.
see, I don't see any issue with it. but-
Yeah. It's not like we're traveling across the state of Iowa.
No.
We've talked about that. The meeting that happens in Mason City is 3 meetings in that one day.
When
But
it's
it's-
like
it's in
that, that
Mason
makes
City,
sense,
You
yeah.
know,
I mean,
it's
on
not in,
this one of us just sits out in the hall while they're having the meeting, and the other one goes in for the second one, but
right.
I guess that's how I feel about it. I don't think it's that big of a thing. I do know that Leslie was trying to find the same night. Right now, they're not going to be the same night because she couldn't find a time that everybody was going to be together. And so I think it sounds like Gary's or Brandy's going to talk with Leslie to see if she can't possibly have the emergency commission meeting the same night as the assessor, so.
It's
But
more
anyway.
convenient for all those mayors.
It is, I
Right, for
know.
the mayors, we usually
It
do that.
absolutely is, but she was
Right.
having trouble with that,
Right.
so. So was there anything else, Gloria, that jumped out? I think what I wanted to see is that we don't have meetings on the same night, that we're assigned to. If there's a conflict there.
Gloria, you didn't print out that, of course, and it doesn't have the nights on it, that one that you had all 3 supervisors on one page?
I haven't gotten that one.
You haven't done that
That's-
one.
That's what's in the minutes.
Oh, okay,
It's just a minute page.
okay.
I started to update it, but didn't. But, I mean, you could count
Yeah, no, that's fine.
if you're looking for that.
Well,
one.
and some of them, from my past experience, some of them are, if you're an alternate, it's not,
Right, I wouldn't count
it's
it.
not even one you
Yeah.
think about. And then some of them meet once a year, and they aren't as time-consuming as other ones that meet monthly or quarterly or,
Who's that?
looking at your, at what your responsibilities are and how to even it out amongst all 3 supervisors, Doug,
So the fair we're dropping as a liaison and
Yes,
keeping the
yeah,
other
we
ones
discussed that.
to the veterans or liaison, the conservation. although supervisor could be
I
a.
just took it off because that's what you said at the last meeting.
Right, we did.
I'll throw this in the mix, at that Central Iowa thing, there were, I wanna say there were 20 people in attendance, but there is a cross-section of virtually every mental health region. So there's almost as much talk about the mental health region as there is Central Iowa, and they're becoming more and more closely tied together.
Mm.
So there might be some merit in.
Which one is that? Yeah, yeah.
And we said the FMC Governance Board actually has changed their meeting day from Mondays. On here, it still says Monday at 8:30.
It's
on
those
mine.
are different, they're not always the same.
They're not always,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't think we had a conflict.
Which one is that DCAT? DCAT.
Isn't that the same as
Which is DCAT?
early
Governance
child?
board. Governance board.
The only thing, I know I was already reached out to see whether I could help cover that. I see we have Roy down. I have no problem.
That's the
Which-
one at
Here.
the time is not correct as governance board. But Mark said that that one's,
Because I've attended that one before because he wasn't able to
Yeah.
make the meeting, so.
but their meetings have changed also.
That's the one that's listed under me now.
Roy, it looks like the FMC governance.
Isn't FMC early childhood? Aren't the
That's
governance and?
different.
Okay. It's like I tell everybody, they're not lifetime appointments.
No, they're not, I know.
Change to make it work.
How do you feel about that, Roy? Like I said, I was just, they reached out and wanted to know if I'd take that one.
Which one?
It's DCAT, but it's the FMC governance.
I've never been on it, so I guess, yeah, if you
Is
want
that
to take
okay?
that.
I'll
yeah.
go, we can switch, you can be the alt then.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and take that, so
Okay.
that'll be, if you're all right with that.
Sure.
We'll switch that one. Okay. Otherwise, how do you feel about your assignments, Roy?
I'm good. At this point, I think it really comes down to, we'll get into it, and if we
Yeah, and if we need to adjust it, we can.
see some adjustments, right.
Right.
I understand we try to do this the first meeting of the year and set it up, but
Right. How about you?
It's
You good? All right. Okay. So that's good that we've gotten through that list. It's quite lengthy. All right, so then we're back down to the item 12, fiscal 20 departmental budget reviews. So we've actually got, like I said, till
45 minutes to kill.
10. So is there anything that we can cover? And if so, I know we can go off camera.
Just looking at your boards, it looks
Okay.
like, not counting alternates, Roy has something like around 15 or 16 boards, commissions. Linda has 12 and Doug has 8.
but some of them are, you
I
know,
didn't
how
count
often
any
they meet.
alternates. I didn't
Yeah.
count any alternates.
You know, if you go into like the the North Iowa watershed.
It's quarterly.
Yeah,
It's not
it's-
even that often,
Yeah,
I know, and that's
right.
kind of how I look at it too, but thank you for doing the count.
Yes, yes.
So like I say, we want to make sure that we're sharing our support on these various groups. Okay, so is there budgets?
As far as budgets, the only one that I have turned in, unless you'd like to do your own, I can sure make copies of your own budget. You
Okay.
can work on that. Otherwise I have one turned theirs in.
So we could certainly go through ours.
What's that?
Budgets. We could start going through some of the
Up to you.
budgets.
It's up to you.
And like I said, and we wouldn't need to have the
Just let me know.
camera.
You want it off now or?
Yeah.
Okay.